Do you sometimes lose your cool? Do you fly off the handle and find yourself in the heat of the moment saying something you wish you hadn't said? Or well, do you know someone else who does all of this? Maybe you must hear the story of the little boy who lived in a house with a wooden fence at the back. Hello and welcome to another edition of Chai with Pi. My name is Prakash Iyer, and today I want to talk about a problem I see with a lot of people around me. We all tend to lose our cool. We get angry, we then say something which comes to our mind, and in the heat of the moment we probably say words which we should not have been saying. Maybe we should all hear the story of that little boy who lived in a house with a nice farm and a wooden fence at the back. He was a bright young kid, but prone to losing his temper and saying things, nasty things, to his friends, to his family, and his father clearly decided this is not a good thing, this is not cool. So he decided to get his son to mend his ways, and he came up with an interesting idea. He told his son that every time he loses his cool, here's what he'd have to do. He'd have to take a nail and go back beyond the farm, to the back of the house, and hammer the nail onto the wooden fence. It was a game, and they agreed. And starting the next day, every time the kid lost his cool, he'd trundle back all the way to the back of the farm, to the gate, to the fence, and hammer a nail. End of day 1, 35 nails. End of day 2, 40 nails. End of day 3, 35, 34, 28. Because the boy had to walk a fairly long way and had to go and hammer a nail, he probably felt, may not be such a great idea. Easier perhaps to control his temper. And over time, he found that he was making fewer trips to go and hammer a nail on the fence, until a day arrived when there was no nail to be hammered. He felt good. Clearly, an entire day had gone by and he hadn't lost his cool. He went up to his dad and told him about it, and the father was truly delighted. And then the father came up with another plan, and he said, here's what you'll do. For every day that you don't lose your cool, you go back to the fence and pull out a nail. That sounded like another interesting plan, and very soon it became a habit, because the little boy would control his temper, wouldn't say something nasty, and would then at the end of the day go out and pull out a nail, until they reached a day where there were no nails left to pull. The father was delighted, the son even more so. And the son went up to his dad and said, look, Dad, we've got it right, haven't we? And the father said, well done, I'm so proud of you, my son, but hey, come with me, I want to show you something. And they go up to the fence, and they see that that wooden fence has those little nail marks, but all the nails are gone. But his father tells that little boy, notice, son, that while all the nails have gone, the marks still remain. And he says, it's like that when you get angry. It's like that when you say something that hurts someone else. You might apologize. You might say, I'll take the nail out. You might say, I'm sorry. But the mark remains. The scar remains. You might have hurt somebody and then apologized and thought it's all over, but it's not. The hurt, that feeling, can often linger far longer than you might have liked. I think it's such a powerful thought for all of us. If you're someone who loses your cool, remember the fence and the nails and the marks that get left behind. No amount of apologizing, no amount of rationalizing, that's the way I am, that's who I am, is going to make a difference. I think it's a great idea for you to become the kind of person who next time feels like saying something nasty, take a pause, and then don't say it. Try it, and you might find that it makes a difference, not just to your world, but to the lives of people around you, to the lives of people who are dear to you. So don't lose your cool, and remember, to paraphrase an old Turkish saying, the nail forgets, but the fence remembers. That's all in this week's Chai with Pi. Until next time, enjoy your chai, and pause. Don't lose your cool.